Well, obviously a tough loss for the Ravens, but offensively, at least in the first three quarters, you could not have asked more out of Lamar Jackson, the quarterback position, than he delivered against the Dolphins. Once again, over 100 yards rushing. He was 21 of 29 for three touchdowns to three different receivers, which is really impressive to me. Now, they were only 3 of 10 on third down, but that tells you how productive they were on first and second down in base offense to have the offensive day that they did. Interestingly, Lamar now has both the longest run and the longest pass of the season in the NFL, and we're going to see both of them here in these clips. The first one is really very, very basic, and we saw this last week for those that saw the clips that we did. This action of the Ravens is very, very familiar. You're going to take the outside receiver, work him back across the formation with the offensive line really selling out to the right. And you can see what that does to the defense. It really has to react. The motion coming from the backside pulls the DB out from underneath it. So between the action of the motion and the play action, it leaves this backside slant wide open, easy pitch and catch for Lamar Jackson. And then obviously just incredible burst by Bateman for a 75-yard TD. Bateman's a burner. Second fastest speed clocked by a ball carrier this season at 21.48 miles per hour. The fastest, Devin Duvernay on the opening kickoff return. This next play is again a creative use of personnel and formation. What is a very heavy run formation. You're going to see Ricard motion across the formation into a two tight end set with Andrews and Oliver to that side. Obviously, the defense has to react to it as a run. Now, with the play action fake, you're going to see Oliver gobble up the free safety. Lamar does a great job not only looking at the free safety and holding him, but then firing this laser into Andrews on a really deep post. Great job by the offensive line, great play scheme, and great delivery by Lamar Jackson. Now, this next play on the goal line, classic goal line defense. It's very binary when you're playing defense on the goal line. You're either going to stop the run or you're going to stop the pass. You can't do both. And here you can see, obviously, like you would against the Ravens with Lamar Jackson in the running game, they're totally committed to stopping the run. With a quick play fake, you can see the way the defense, all 11 defenders, totally sell out to stop the run. And now you've got a quick flat. You got Andrews into the corner of the end zone, Ricard to the flat, the backside receiver. Lamar could have gone to any of these three receivers, and it would have been a touchdown. Again, Miami totally selling out because of the respect that they have to have for the running game. This next route is going to be very familiar to Ravens fans. They empty out the set with a 3-by-1. So they open up, they take Likely and Andrews and put them in the slot to the top. All right. Now, the outside receiver is going to run a post. He's going to gobble up the corner and take him out. The underneath receivers, Likely and Andrews, look like they're going to run double outs, but instead Likely sneaks up the boundary. You're going to see this route combination time and time again by the Ravens from multiple looks with multiple people. Well designed. You got Andrews. Look at the people. You got three people reacting to Andrews underneath. The corner has to fall in with the post, and then Lamar does a good job delivering the outside to Likely. Again, the offensive line does a great job. This route takes a while to develop. The offensive line does a great job of giving Lamar time in the pocket to wait out these routes. All right, this next formation and this next play again underlines for me the value of the offensive line and the time they're giving Lamar. They've emptied out the sets in a 3-by-2, so there's no running back in the backfield. Typically, teams will want to pressure this. Now, they run a simple double post at the top with an outside guy doing a nice stick, the underneath receiver gobbling up two DBs underneath. But the key point to it is, again, Lamar has the time. He holds the free safety to the backside with the routes going on back there. Andrews back there, so you can imagine there's a lot of focus on him. But with the time given by the offensive line, Lamar's eyes do a great job of holding the free safety just long enough for him to deliver this laser shot in between the trailing corner and the free safety. This next play is classic Lamar Jackson, in maybe only Lamar Jackson can do in this fashion. Again, they formation it, so they heavy run formation. They bring Ricard across the formation, and then they bring the receiver into motion. This looks like it's going to be a jet sweep. So you can see, watch the way the linebackers and the corners really jump to the outside because they have to respect the jet sweep potential for it. This is a read by Lamar Jackson. The offside guard is pulling, so this is going to be a lead play. Lamar has the option of handing off the jet sweep or getting in behind the pulling guard. He sees the defense react the way it does, pulling to the outside. So clearly he pulls it back in, follows the guard, now off scampers, takes off for a 79-yard touchdown run with that explosion of speed that, again, maybe in only the way that Lamar Jackson can. So the diversity of what we saw against the Miami Dolphins in terms of the number of receivers that got involved with touchdowns, the diversity of the running game, Lamar having a spectacular game as well, the offensive line doing a great job holding on to protection, bodes well for the Ravens going forward. And they're going to need it. They now come into the AFC East play. They're going on the road to New England, always a tough place to play, and then come home against what many people are calling the best team in the NFL in the Buffalo Bills, with Josh Allen and multiple receivers that'll test that secondary of the Baltimore Ravens.